Well, hello world. This is Tom Guns coming at you. Uh, Having a bad night here. Can't sleep. Just wanted to make a quick video. Hold on. Oh, there we go again with this stuff. Go. All right. I'm having a bad night, guys. This is just ridiculous what's happening. And the title of this video is Evil in the World. And that is exactly what has happened. And there is so much evil in this world that we can't even comprehend it. I can't. There's so much going on with all this division and evilness everywhere we look. It's so sick. Okay, and if you want to look for evil, all you have to do is open your eyes because it's everywhere. Uh, Petagate. Okay, this is not Pizzagate. It's Petagate. It's everywhere. The, all these things that are happening are being shown to the world. Everybody's going to see the truth. And if you understand what's going on in the Bible, it talks about that. It talks about the truth and how it will be shown. And so everything that is happening is being shown. It's starting to get exposed. And so all the child sacrifice, all the manipulation, everything is starting to come out. And so they're going to do everything in their power to shut us down. People that are like-minded, that are, I can't even get on my show for some reason. So I can try, and I keep trying, and I will continue to try to do that. But you know, I don't understand why people can't see how evil all of this is, and how they can just go along with life and not realize the bigger picture, because it's way bigger than somebody on YouTube, or how do you make money on YouTube, or how do come on, really? Do you think I came on this YouTube to make money? Do you think I came on here to do anything but wake people up to the wickedness in this world that is all around us? It's outside of my gates, man. It's everywhere I look. It's the way I see it, and I have for a long time. And you can ask my wife. I always refer to it as they're at the gate at the end of my backyard, and they're trying to get through it. They're sticking their hands through it. I've had dreams about it, and that's the stuff that they're doing, and they're going to try to manipulate everything that we know is true and everything that we know is real, and make it into something false, something fake. It's not real. That's what they're doing. These people are evil. They are wicked. They are all out throughout the earth. Um, I just don't know how we get, other than putting the armor of God on that we have, we cannot, do anything else. So that's what we have to do. We have to fight these people with, you know, um, our honor, our respect for righteousness and goodness. We're not going to be able to defeat them otherwise. So that's how we're going to do it. I don't know what everybody's thinking, but they're very, very sick people out here in this world, and we should know that. All you gotta do is walk around and interact with people and figure that out. So it's not hard to do, to figure out who's who and what is what. It's pretty simple to me, but we're not going to fix all these problems like we think we are, because they've taken over the internet. They pretty much have. They have infiltrated everything. Obama signed another executive order, basically putting the CIA in charge of it all. All this stuff is happening around us, and people aren't seeing it. What is really happening is beyond people's comprehension. But when you see evil, you see evil. I see evil everywhere. I see it all around me in every aspect. People want to fight. They don't care. That's their whole purpose, is to cause deception and division and everything else that they're doing. They're just wicked people. All these people. I ain't gonna name any names. Don't need to. I don't care about what people do, and I don't even care if someone makes a video about this, because it doesn't matter to me, because I know who I am. I know that I have moral high ground. I know that I'm a righteous person. I know that I care about humanity, and I care about people in general. I do not care about people who are wicked. I do not care about people who are against the Lord. I do not care about people who do things to harm others. Okay? I don't care for those people, and I don't have to. And so that's my freedom of being a human being here. I don't have to listen to what they say, which I don't. So I don't really care. So, but what I do care about, I care about good people who want to be honest, and they want to care about their fellow man. They want to care about their neighbor. Those are who I want to care about. And that's who I'm looking forward to caring for. I could care less about any of the rest. I have to, those people aren't going to make it where they need to go. And, they may think they're going somewhere great or whatever, but, whatever they want to do is fine. Let them go where they want to go. I don't want to go where they're going. So I'm just going to continue to do what I believe in, and I'm going to continue to try to spread the word, of the Lord, and having faith, and all those things. So no matter what they do, I don't really care. So, I don't understand what's wrong with people. I can't fix them. I try. You can try all you want, because there's a lot of very narcissistic type of people who are out there that you cannot get through to. You cannot change them. Look at the pedophilia. Look at the stuff they're doing with children. And people say, "Well, that's all fake. It's fake." No, it's not. It's not fake at all. That really happens, and it's been happening for thousands of years, probably. But the thing is, now with the internet and the technology environment that we live in, there can be more exposure on these people, and they can be exposed. And so now we're having these things happen. But see, that's why it's fake news, because now it's fake news. You can't see, they have to react because they can't let it get out. They're so afraid, and trying to keep everything so secret that they do, and that they worship and know about. It's all over the place. There's so much, this is what gets me upset, is when people come online and they talk about the stupidest things. I just don't understand why, okay? Why would you waste your time on stuff that doesn't even matter? What's important is the facts here and stuff that's come out that is factual. That's the problem. But yet everything's fake. Everything's fake to these people because they're getting, paid to do these things. They're getting paid to lie, and they'll do anything for money, because that's more important to them. So when they want to do things for money, that's part of the root of all evil, which is exactly what's crazy about it. So, if they want to work for an evil system, sell their souls out, basically that's what they've done. And people are basically saying, sell yourself out. You want to be famous? Sell yourself out to YouTube Red or whatever. Come on. Do you think I came on YouTube to make anything? I don't monetize any of my videos. I don't care about making any money off of anything I do here. It's not about that for me. It's about helping other people wake up to the truth. The truth is that we've been controlled and taken over for a way, way long time. And they are so corrupted, they are so in power, and they think that they can rule everything. And that's the problem. So reality is like something that most people can't even understand because they're living in a normalcy bias, or they've been brainwashed so much throughout their life that they believe that the media is telling the truth. I mean, really, there's so much more out there, you know. And these things like, these. I'm just going to bring this up, and I don't care what someone does with it or not. These rituals and sacrifices. Yeah, this stuff does sometimes happen, but they take everything as false, and they're reaching for straws when things are actually real too. But they don't have any discernment because they have no faith in Christ. They don't have any faith. That's why they can't see truth, because that's where you get it from, in my opinion. Okay, you get it from having faith and believing in Him, and that's how you can actually have discernment, where you can see through things. I can see through fake things and know it's a bunch of bull, but I can also see real things too, and real things do happen. So not every false flag is no one died. Not every false flag is, a total psyop. That's what these people keep claiming. But they're the ones who've been wrecked. They're the ones who are delusional because they can't see through it. They believe in everything they see, but yet for some reason there's no common sense there. There's no common sense of reality and what is real. So, like my really blessed brother, Lavoy Finicum, they say is a psyop. The whole Burns Oregon's a psyop, right? It's not a psyop. The whole thing isn't a psyop. Yeah, there's parts of it that are, of course, and that's because the damn feds got involved in it, and they were going around acting like militia to get the people scared. Of course, there's parts of that are that way. I understand that, but to say the whole thing's a production and a show is absolutely insane. That is so ridiculous. To say everybody, Pete Santilli in jail, the whole thing. It's just incredible what they say. That is, and that's where they've been totally manipulated by the dark side. That's because they don't have any faith. That's because they can't put their armor of God on to protect them from those things. That's what's wrong with that. So, and that's just me speaking this because everybody has their own opinion. I don't care about anybody else's opinion. They can say what they want just as much as I can, right? So I'm just saying that these people out here on the internet that want to believe everything is fake completely, they're the ones that have a real problem, because not everything is fake. That they believe that though for some reason, and I don't even understand why. Because they've been taken over by evil, I guess. Is my opinion. That's just my thought. So, whatever you want to do out there is fine. Just don't go around attacking people all the time. You're wasting your time. There's more important things to worry about in the world than somebody else on YouTube. I don't really give a crap about other people's opinions, and because I don't have to go watch it, do I? No, I don't, and I don't. That's the point I'm making. People need to be more rational and more understanding of things, and they're not. When are people going to wake up to what's really going on? It's a sad situation, guys. They're not going to. People are going to continue to be manipulated. I know. I've been suckered into something, and let me tell you, I'm not going to. I'm going to continue to be who I am, no matter what anybody says, and I'm not going to back down. So I'm going to stay, and I'm going to have my faith, and I'm going to know what I believe in, and I'm going to speak what I believe in, and that's my right. And so I will do so until they shut this internet off, until I can't do it on these airwaves anymore. Too many people are too manipulated by other people and other coward-ass people, excuse my language, but there's a bunch of cowards and a bunch of people that have been manipulated to the point where it's gone too far on this. I just want to, get people to wake up. I want people to get saved. I want people to realize the situation that we're really in this government that we're in right now. It's been forever. Okay, nothing's changed. Nothing from the kings, that I'm related to up till today. Nothing has changed. Okay, the only thing that has changed is technology. That's it. That's what's changed. The ability for us to find out more information and to be more educated if we take it upon ourselves to actually do that. Most people don't because they don't want to find out the truth. They don't want to find out what's happened to them. They just want to go along and be good little sheep and everything will be just fine, they think. It's not going to be that way, guys. Okay? It's not going to turn out like that in the end. There's many things that they're doing and working on right now that are out of this world pretty much, and people need to start learning about what they're doing and the capabilities that they have. They have so many capabilities that it would blow our minds just because we haven't learned about it. We haven't been educated about it. We haven't been to Harvard. We haven't been in their secret societies. We don't know what they're doing per se. So the deal is there's so much they're doing against humanity itself that we cannot understand and even prove at this point. Some of it we can, but only so much. Only the little bit that we've been able to do so. It's much more than this. So when people want to argue on the internet, I get a little bit frustrated because, well, not a little bit, a lot, because it's a waste of time and stupidity. All it is a bunch of evil people running around trying to cause more chaos instead of caring about humanity. They don't care about their fellow man. They don't care about what's going on. If they really did, they would do more research and they would find out a lot more things and they would talk about those things instead of wasting their time. And that's what's been happening. Wasting time. How do you do that? You divide and conquer. You just come in and you start disrupting and dividing, going after each other. That's what they've always done. It's simple to me. So, excuse me. If anybody wants to play those games, whatever, and I know they are, and many others in this world are playing these games, just go ahead. Keep on. Because you're not going to get anywhere, and you're not going to stop me, unless you figure out a way to totally shut me down. But I just don't see how you're going to win. You think you're going to win? You're not going to win because you know why? You don't have the moral high ground. You don't have no moral high ground when you do the things you do, and Everybody witnesses that too. So we all see it. Everybody sees it. It's all out in the open. Why are you that ignorant to do things like that and say the things you do and do the things you do? Because you're exposing your damn self for doing that and doing all the things that just, it's unbelievable. You know, these poor people need help. Obviously, need help. Um, I don't know what to do about them. I don't know what to say about them. All I know is I'm not gonna, uh, I'm not gonna interact with you, and I'm not gonna call you out. All I'm gonna do is pray for you, because that's what you need. You need to get right with the Lord now, because you only live so long. You don't know when you're gonna die. You might die tomorrow. You might get hit by a truck tomorrow, and that's the end of you. So you better get it right. And I pray that you do, so that you don't have to be punished. You're going to be punished on this earth for the things you do and the way you conduct yourselves. That's going to happen. You know? It happens. It's called karma. You know? Don't you know what that means? When you do bad things to others, it comes back on you. It always does, in some form or another. That's why I'm not out here doing bad things to other people, because I don't want that to come back on me. That's why I stick to myself, basically. I don't try not to get too involved in all this crazy stuff, even though I am, and part of it, but you know what? Whatever. So this is the world we live in here. We don't know what tomorrow brings. We may not make it past tomorrow. And so if you want to get somewhere in the future, once you leave this planet, then you better straighten yourself out and think about how you got here and think who created you. You better give something back, okay, now while you're on this earth, and stop hating on people. You need to start helping people instead. When you see somebody who needs help alongside the road, when you see somebody who needs help getting a card at the grocery store, that's what you need to be doing. You need to be helping your fellow man. That is not what is happening here. That is a fact. And so if you want to deny those facts, you can all you want. You can claim everything you want to. I don't care, because that's your ability to do so. I'm just telling you, right now is an incredible time to be alive, because there's a lot happening. And when you want to waste time, these people on the internet in general, I'm not calling anybody out, just people in general want to waste time on stupid stuff. Okay, how many more views can I get? Oh, let's do a Justin Bieber video and see how, really? Is that all you care about? Do you care more about the money you can get off of YouTube or any other place? That's sad. It's sick. Okay, you're sick because you don't care about your fellow man when you want to go around and act like that all the time. That's your problem. And when you realize, when you have some humility, which you don't have, when you get some, when it comes to close to the end of your life, you find out you have terminal cancer and you're going to die, then you're going to go, oh my God, really? Is there a God? Can he save me now? So you're going to waste your whole life doing the stuff you're doing and then ask for forgiveness at the end of your life. It isn't going to work, okay? Let me tell you that right now. It's not going to work for you the way you think. So you better check yourself. You better look yourself in the mirror. You better wake up to that now, or you're going to have a major problem in your life, in your spirit, when you leave this earth, which could be tomorrow. Now, for anybody else who wants to say whatever they want to say about me, I don't care, okay? You can do whatever the hell you want. I give you permission to, okay? That's how much I care about everybody's garbage on the internet. That is done. I'm done. I'm moving forward. myself, and I don't even look at any of it anyway, so it's laughable to me. But I am going to move forward, and no matter what, I will not stop. And I will tell the truth, and I will bring it forward until I can't breathe anymore. So, I personally want everybody to know that I am not stopping. I will continue to fight no matter what anybody does. I will not stop because I have a right to. And it's, people who want to make fun out of everything and call it a joke, like Lavoy Finicum, a joke. You call that a joke? You want to make uh, snow angels and all this other garbage that you people talk about? Do you know how disrespectful that is? Because you think it's all a joke? Come on. What the hell world do you live in? You think all of that, everything's a joke? The funeral, everything, his family's a joke. They're all in it together. Are you that insane? Have you lost your fucking mind? Excuse my language. Have you? Because you have, if you think that. And that's okay. You can think that, but I can think what I think. And I can think you've lost your mind. You're not living in reality. Now, before I get done, which I'm fixing to, because I'm going to get mad, because I can't sleep, because of all this garbage I'm hearing out here on the internet about all this sacrifice and blood sacrifice and all your bullshit you have no proof for. You have no proof of any of it. No one has any proof of that. We have proof of what happened, okay? And it's not just from one video or one source. It's from multiple sources, every little angle. So I guess Pete Santilli's footage and his live stream footage is all fake, right? It's all production, right? You're sick. You need to wake up and get out of the matrix that you're living in, you people out here on the internet. That's your problem. And I don't know what your deal is or who you're working for. Satan, probably, most likely, okay? Because you are evil when you do these things. But you don't have any faith. That's your problem. You can't understand the difference between what's real and what's not because you have no discernment. That's what you need to find. And you know what? You can do whatever you want. I'm not going to stop you. And I'm not even going to try. You know what? I don't care. All I know is what I know I believe. And I know what truth is in my heart and what I saw through all of it that you call all fake and production. Okay? I feel sorry for you. So, anybody out there on the internet land that believes all this is a complete psyop and it's fake, no, it's not. There's parts of it that were, and that was done by the government. Okay? Yes. But it's not, the whole thing is not a psyop. People have that so wrong. And I can't believe they can go around and actually say that out of their own mouths. Are they that ignorant? They are. Whoever these people are, I can't believe it. It's incredible to me how ignorant people are these days and how brainwashed and controlled they are. Yet these people always claim it's someone else is brainwashed and they're a part of some weird cult, when really they're the ones that are. That's the really weird part about it, because that's what narcissistic type of people do. That's exactly what happens when you're a narcissist. Look it up. Read it. Do some research. Understand it. Look up Asperger's. Look up things like that. Look up autism. Start reading instead of just blabbing off at the mouth when you don't know what you're talking about. I know what I'm talking about, and I've done my reading and I've done my research, and I understand what's going on right now. That's what the problem is. A bunch of narcissistic pedophilia running around, messing with little children, sacrificing children, and everything else that they do is a bunch of evil people. And let me say this. I'll say this. Islam, okay, radical Islam is a threat to all humanity. It's a threat to all humanity. I'm not saying all Muslims are bad. What I'm saying is that go do your research on history, because it's a lie too. They lie about history. Look at who really was taking over the world. Not not the Romans. They weren't taking over. Islam was. What do you think they're doing now? Wake up, damn it. Justin, I keep trying to invite you, bro, but for some reason, I don't know, it's not working. I'm trying to. I'm going to try again. I'm going to give you another one. Hopefully you can come on. I don't know no other way to get you on here. It won't allow me to put it in the chat right now for some reason. YouTube's all messed up, as we know. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but it's obviously being messed with. So there's too much going on here. Give me just a second, guys. I'm going to mute out for just a sec, and I'll be right back. And I'm going to try to get Justin on here, because I know he really wants to talk. And I want to hear him talk, too. You know, I want everybody to be a part of what we're talking about. So hang on. Well, whatever I did, I just lost the chat room. I don't even know how I did that. Trying to get Justin the link to come in here. I don't know what I did. Now I can't even see that. See, that's what I'm talking about. YouTube's messed up, guys. Something, I don't even know what's going on here. I tried to do that. I tried to copy and paste it, but it didn't work. Let me see something. Oh, this is messed up. All right. Crazy, crazy. See if I can even see this. Okay. Yeah, yeah, you can. I see now. I can see that in chat. So, yeah, you can if you want to. You want to try to, Justin? You can. We can do it that way. I've done it before. Done it with Linda, which we all need to be praying for right now, by the way. But yeah, if you want to try to call my phone, we can try to do it that way if you want. I try to give everybody a chance, and especially, Justin here, he's a good patriot, so, we're going to see if we can do that real quick.
Hey, Gus.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how are you, sir? Thanks
Good.
for accepting my phone call. Happy belated Merry Christmas to you, sir.
Yep. Same to you, brother.
What I was thinking, what we could do here briefly, since we're obviously having connection problems, and it's up to you. I'm just throwing a suggestion out there, not trying to tell you how to run your show, but what I was thinking is maybe just throw me on your. I only have a few words tonight. I'm not real talkative. I just kind of want to ride shotgun with you, and I have a few things, to add to what you're saying. I was thinking maybe you could put me on intercom. I'm not even on YouTube right now. I'm on the phone, obviously, calling you.
Oh, you're being heard. You're being heard right now. You're going through.
Oh, okay.
You're going through.
Well, no, I obviously I'm not on YouTube, so I'm trying to get on the same wavelength here with you. So you're saying you have me on intercom and everybody can hear me and you as well?
Yep.
Okay. So I just kind of wanted to ride with you, brother. Like I said, I don't have, I have a few thoughts on a few things that you touched on. But when you're done talking, brother, I'm just going to sit here and listen. I don't want to interrupt the show. I just want to be here as support for you, brother, as a patriot. And as I have love for you, as you know, guns, then I not only consider you a patriot, I consider you a dear friend to me, sir. And I look up to you, brother. You've taught me a lot. And I'm not kissing your ass. I don't kiss nobody's ass. I'm talking out my heart like I always do. I'm sure you've known me long enough to know that, Dan. But I actually care about you, brother, from the bottom of my heart, man. And your wife. I look at you guys as a team. You guys are wonderful people. You guys have hearts of gold. And you're always there for people. I notice you never instigate nothing. You just seem to back people up. And I think you're an honorable, like I said, I'm not saying this to kiss your ass, because if I didn't feel this, because I wouldn't say it, brother. So I guess my point is I got mad love for you, guns, and I'll let you carry on. Or not I'll let you, but go ahead and carry on, and maybe if I have a few things to add in, I will. But I don't want to totally interrupt the show.
Oh no, you're fine. I really appreciate that, man, and I feel the same way about you. I mean, you're the kind of guy that has a person's back, man. You wear your heart on your sleeve, which is something I respect. Most people don't do. I see when you do something and you say something, you mean it from your heart. It's not some falsehood that you're projecting. You're a real person, and what you say is real, and it's meaningful. You can obviously tell, who you are, and that's why I consider you my friend, because you're honest and you're straightforward, and you wear it on your sleeve, man. And most people don't. They hide behind sock puppets. They're doing all these things behind the scene when we're not doing that. We're straight up. you know, telling the truth and telling how we feel right from our hearts. And that is, you know, I have the most I have the most respect for that, because people uh, are out here, you know, lying about people and making things up when I've never seen you do that ever. So much respect to you, Justin, and you know, I respect what you think and what you say, man. So, well,
Can I respond to that?
sure, I want you to.
Thank you. First of all, coming from you, that's a great honor, I must say. Um, you know what, brother? I have this type of personality. At least I've been told this. I'm 41 years old. You know what I mean? I've been around. Me and you've had private talks on YouTube, but you know what I'm talking about. Where me and you kind of had, at least when we talked last time, he said that you and I had similar upbringings, which I agree with. Remember that, Thompson?
Yes, I do.
And I think that although the difference between me and you is number one, and I'm not trying to put myself down, but I consider yourself more intelligent. I mean, you're more book smart than me, number one, and number two, you've been awake a lot longer than me, so therefore, and you're older than me, and I always respect my elders. I'm not saying you're an old man, but what I'm saying is when somebody has more knowledge than me, I know enough. I see, and me and you've had this talk, but for the audience that may not know, when I was a child, I had a stepdad, but you know, blah blah blah. That's a long story. But the only role model I really had as a man was my grandfather. And one of the many things he taught me to be a man as I got older was when somebody has more knowledge than you, or somebody has more experience, or older than you, you always shut your mouth and you listen and you learn. Because when you're young, or not that I'm young, but I'm younger than you, and you have more knowledge. So therefore, if I talk over you, or not that I have, but my point I'm getting at here is basically I'm doing a disservice to you. And this is one of the things my grandfather taught. I'm doing a disservice to you, and I'm doing a disservice to myself, because number one, that would be disrespectful to my elders. Number two, that would be a disservice to myself, because I'm stopping myself from learning that will make me progress and be a better human being. So, you know, that's why when you talk, Tommy Guns, I listen, brother, and I respect everything you have to say, and I try to learn from you. And I hand the floor over to you, sir.
Well, Justin, I think that we can all learn from each other. I can learn stuff from you. You can learn stuff from me. I think that's the gift, you know, that we're given, because you know there's different walks and different places that people been in life and in the world, where we have different experiences. So when we can come together and share those and actually gain something from those experiences, which you know a lot of people can't do because they are narcissistic. They are stuck on their way, only them. They think nothing of but themselves. They don't think of other people. And so what's great about some of the people that I met, like you, is that you can actually say that, and you can be proud of that, and you can learn from others. And just like I can learn things from you that I don't know about, because I have an open mind. I'm not going to say I'm better than Justin Floyd. He doesn't know as much as I do. That's what's wrong with the world. People do that all the time. And that's where you're doing a good thing, because you're saying, hey, I like to learn. And that's what we all need to be doing, is learning from each other and embracing each other's knowledge. And, you know, that's where I see things going wrong. But it's being done on purpose. They don't want us to know. They don't want us to learn. They don't want us to think outside the box and think for ourselves. They want us to think within their system, you know, to keep us right where they want us, and that's the sad part about it. And so even my family members don't really talk to me anymore, only because I speak what I believe and which I believe is truth. Um, even stuff like 9/11. They don't believe that our government would do something like that or even be a part of it. And so it's amazing to see that in this world we live in, bro. And I think that there's plenty of good people out here. Plenty, I can name them all of them off. There's plenty of them, and it's not just us. There's a lot of us. But what's happening is people are trying to divide us up so that we can't be a unit. We can't be together. We can't believe the same things and talk about the same things that we do. They don't like that. They don't want that. So that means that we're actually on to something and we're over a target they don't like. And that's why we're
It's called, sorry to interrupt, but it's called conquer by divide, and I digress.
Right. It's divide and conquer. That's what they've always done, and they're continuing to do it even on this YouTube. They're dividing, and it's working. And that's the sad part. Well, people are going to let it work, and they're going to let it bother them, and they're going to let it destroy their ability to speak. They're not going to stop me unless they can figure out another way to do that. So I'm going to continue to speak, and I'm going to tell I have a First Amendment right, and so do they. So I don't care what they say. I don't care what other people say on YouTube, but I have a right to say what I want to, and so do you. And I'm going to defend that at all costs. Okay? So I'm defending you and everybody else, including them, is what they don't understand. These people are that damn delusional that they don't understand I'm trying to defend them and their freedom of speech. It doesn't give you the right to go out and attack people. It doesn't give you the right to slander people. It doesn't give you any of that right. It gives you the right to speak your mind. You can say, what you want or how you feel about things, like we're talking about now, But see, what they don't understand is Obama just signed another executive order, basically putting all of it under the CIA. This is the kind of stuff that's going on Christmas night when everybody's sleeping and happy. These things are happening behind the scenes, and they're not talking about it. Why aren't people talking about that more? Why aren't people talking about things that really matter? Because they've been so diverted off into la la land that they won't talk about it. And I'm going to continue to talk about it. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about not Pizzagate, pedophilia gate is what it is. So,
hey, guys, I actually wanted to, whenever you want to give me a second, I wanted to talk on something on a personal level before we get. For one, I don't discuss Pizzagate. I can't put my mind. I refuse to go there. I'm a father, and it just makes me want to physically grow up. So I choose not to go there. Not telling you what to do with your show.
Sure.
I will mute it up while you talk about that. But we get into that, or before you get into that, because I'm not going to discuss that. Because I refuse to. And I no disrespect to you, my brother. I'll physically throw up. I'm a father, and I don't like put myself in that dark space, if you know what I mean.
Sure.
But there's something on a personal level that I would like to get out, if you don't mind.
And the floor is yours.
Thank you, brother. You know what? There was an ironic thing that happened the other night. I forgot where I was out on YouTube, but I made a comment on somebody, and somebody got came at me kind of crazy and whatnot. And you know what? I'm 41 years old. I've lived in the city my whole life. Lived in poverty pretty much my whole life. And I've been in some pretty hairy situations. As you guys should know, I just woke up a little under a year ago. So also, and I know you know this, guys, but maybe for somebody that might stumble across your podcast, they might not know this, so I'm just kind of doing a brief description here. Excuse me. But basically, somebody came at me kind of crazy, and I said, check this out. I'm not on here on YouTube or in the Truther or Patriot community. Excuse me, I'm sorry. To be a badass. I'm not on here to fight with nobody. I'm not on here to prove anything to anybody. The reason, thanks to God bless his soul, Mr. LaVoy Bennicum, thanks to LaVoy Bennicum, that's who woke me up. You know my story, guns. I'm not going to get into that. But that man is the man that woke me up. He reminded me of my grandfather. I started watching his videos, and here I am, 11 months later, wide awake and bushy. But back to my point. So I'm not on here to be Billy Badass. I mean, some people, they look at my video, oh, he's got tattoos, he's this, he talks. Well, that's just who I am and what I was raised in, you know. I'm a product of my environment. That doesn't make me a bad person. It doesn't mean that I'm a gangster or I think I'm all that. I don't put on a front, whether it be on YouTube, whether it be in real life, whether it be walking down the street, whether it be in a restaurant. I am who I am. And I'm not going to fake or be somebody I'm not for nobody. So, but I can see where people that work from the environment that I kept me alive all these years. I'm 41 years old. I mean, I've had a brother get killed in front of me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that I'm all that, but what I'm saying is I'm a survivor, and I've been around. And the point I'm getting at here is the reason I chose to get on YouTube and try to learn from gentlemen like yourself, Tom Gunn, from good patriots. I'm not even going to throw names out there. I'm just going to say, or good people. Let's not even put label on it. Good people. And learn from people that know more than me as a newly awakened American to what is going on around me and what is going on in America and the world. My goal on YouTube is to not be a badass, not prove myself to nobody, not fight with nobody, but to learn, be a sponge, and soak up knowledge. Because I'm going to tell you something that people might run with it, not you, Tom Guns, but haters. I have a learning disability. I'm not a good reader. So when I figured out how to do YouTube, it was a blessing because I was able, and of course I learned the hard way that I always use the analogy, you got to shuffle through the dirt to find the gold, right? So I had to shuffle through a lot of dirt to find the real truth. But my goal, a long story short here, my goal is to take from good people like yourself, Tommy Guns, and other good people, and pick up knowledge from you guys and learn so I can bridge that over to my 9. He's about to be 10 years old, my son. So when he gets older, it's what I've learned through YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Because I have trouble reading, brother. I'm not a good reader, okay? And people are probably going to make a video that, Floyd can't read. I don't care. I don't care who likes me, who doesn't like me. I'm not on here to impress nobody. What I'm on here for, my brother, is to show my respect to good, honorable people such as yourself, Tommy Gunn. And also, I'm on here to learn. And the reason I want to learn is not because of myself, Tommy Gunn. Because I could give a F less about myself. I could somebody could pull a gun in my face right now. Oh, hold on, if you don't mind, I'll say I'm almost done. And say, I'm going to kill you. I'd say, pull the trigger. I could care less. But the reason, what I do care about is my son having a chance to survive in this dog-eat-dog world that we live in. And the only way I can think of doing that is trying to learn and learn all the stuff I can from good people such as yourself. And I'm almost done, Tom. From good people such as yourself. And what I'm going to do, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I'm going to use you and other good individuals as a tool to bridge that knowledge from me, a bridge from you to me, to my 9-year-old who's about to be 10-year-old son. And so he has a future in life. And that is my real reason of being on. And I obviously proud to be a patron. That goes without saying. And I yield.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's honorable and that is respectful. And I know that's what it's about, bro. It's about our kids. You know, if we don't fix what's going on now, it's going to get way, way, way worse. And I care about, you know, the kids, all the kids, and the ones that aren't mine. I care about them, and I want them to understand what's happening right now is way beyond what they are being taught, what they are seeing. They just don't know, and so we have to educate them to what's happening right now instead of uh, my kids playing Pokemon Go. They're looking at world events, world issues, geopolitical problems, um, and you know they're looking at those things, and they're coming to me, going, "Hey, did you hear about this? You know, blah blah blah. You know, like yeah, I did, or no, what is that? You know." Sometimes they're showing me things right now that I may have not known. So that was a great accomplishment that I'm proud of. I'm very proud of it because they were once lost, but yet now they're kind of found, you know, and they have faith in Christ too. And so there's so many good things. Um, and most people don't know what's really going on personally with me and my stepchildren, which are my children. They're my boys. Even though they're not blood, but they're my boys, and I care about them more than anything. And you know, I've had a lot of stuff happen, and I don't broadcast it. I don't ask for no help, except for through grace. And you know, because if I, you know, what's funny is if I ask for that, or I say, let's do a GoFundMe for Corey, and let's do this, and you know, all these people are going to come out of the woodwork and say I'm after something, or I'm trying to get money, you know, whatever. That's how sick this is. And these people are, because they don't realize real life problems. You know, I have some real life problems, and, you know, and I'm with you. We all are raised up different. We come from different environments. You know, you were raised in more of an urban city environment. I was too at a young age, but then I moved out the country. So I kind of switched my way because I want to get away from that stuff. So, you know, it's to each your own. Again, dude, I don't know how to say this, but I appreciate, you know, your willingness to learn. That's what's incredible to me. You're obviously stating that, and even if you can't read real good or you can't understand a lot of words, I can't either, to be honest. You know, there's some complicated stuff that I'm trying to understand. Like, what does that mean? You know, I'm the same way. I ask my wife all the time. You know, what is that word? And then we're trying to look it up and define it so that I can understand it, so that I'm learning what that means, whatever that word is exactly means. So there's a lot of that, and it's not your fault, and it's not my fault. It's what they've done to us. They've done it to all of us. Every single person I think on this planet has been done that way, and we're kind of like coming out of the box, you know, where they got us, and we're pushing through right now trying to gather all the information and what they've been doing to us for so long. We're trying to get it, and we're trying to figure out what they've been doing. Um, that is an incredible thing. And I think eventually that'll happen. I don't know if I'll see it in my lifetime, but it's our children I care about, and I know you do too. And that's what I do. I have nothing but respect for that. Okay, nothing but respect for what you're trying to do, because you're trying to help your kids move forward. And you say you don't care about yourself, but you should. And you know that I care about you, and so I want you to care about yourself too. I know I'm right there with you. I understand what you're saying. It's very hard to care because you're witnessing and realizing so many things in this world that are so wrong that it's almost you can it's almost so hard to take it that you almost want to shut down. It really is. So, what do I say? Just what I was saying. Stick strong, stand strong, be strong. We will be strong. I won't give up, and I'll never not back down. So we're patriots, man. We're Americans. And so I'm not going to back down from anything. If they have to come get me and kill me, well, so be it. That's what it's going to be. But at least my kids will know that I didn't stand down. I did stand up for them, and I stood up for righteousness and what was right in the world. That's what the legacy you leave behind is important, because we're only here once, and we're only here for a short time. So when you leave here, if you're known as an idiot or whatever, didn't care, whatever, that's going to be left behind. But like Lavoie, he has a legacy. That'll never be forgotten. Okay? And as patriots, we'll never forget that. But these true patriots will say that it was all a psyop. But so let them think that. We know what we know, and we know what we believe, and we do believe and understand that that was an American hero, and he was a hero.
Can I comment on that, brother?
Absolutely.
Here's my thought on that. I want to word this correctly. That's the reason for the delay. Oregon, I don't know what to call it. I do know this. There were more informants than actual patriots there.
Yep.
So therefore, it could be qualified as a psyop, technically. With that said, that does not discredit or take away from the merit of the good, honorable patriots that were there for the good fight. Because they were, for the record, my opinion, the patriots that are not informants, that are not federal agents, that were there for the good, from the heart and their soul, that really wanted to make a difference. It was not a psyop. But if you look at the big picture, and I'm a realist, I think it was a honey trap, sadly.
Yes.
Because the feds made it that way, to be quite frankly. Now, I'm not going to, overdo myself and go too far into this where I got the suits knocking at my door tomorrow. But what I will say is, to the good patriots that were there from the bottom of their heart and soul, because they stood for what they believed in. Now, who you and I consider the good patriots that were there from the bottom of their heart, that's up to you to know, and that's up to me to know in our hearts. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to throw names out here in this podcast. you know, that's obviously probably being recorded.
Sure.
But what I will say is to those that were there under good merit, and there were good men there.
Yes,
but we cannot shy away from the fact that this is a fact that there were more people there on bad intention than people there on good intention. So in my book, that does, unfortunately, I'm a realist, brother. It does unfortunately make it somewhat of a psyop. Now, I'm not saying by no means that the Bundys were part of a psyop. I'm not saying that Pete Santilli was part of a psyop. But anybody that has common sense knows that, I mean, that was a honeypot, brother. Would you agree?
Yes, I totally agree. That's the thing.
No.
I agree that they were set up. And
they were set up.
Yes. And they knew that, see, the government people, they set it all up to try to get the people they wanted to come out of the woodwork. That's what they wanted.
I don't think we should get too far into this because, like I said, I am more than positive. In fact, I'm 150% sure that this is being recorded other than just your individual use.
I understand that.
So,
listen, Justin,
so let's be smart about what we. I'm not trying to be rude, but at the same time, we got to be smart about what we say.
Well, we're saying it. Well, listen, what we're saying, dude, is true. Okay, they did set this up. They knew that all ahead of time. They cleared for them to go there. They told the people that there's going to be a convoy. Don't worry. All this stuff was set up ahead of time, which is obvious. So it's very clear. But at the same time, the people at the time that were involved, like Ammon and Ryan and all them, they didn't actually know that. They didn't know that they were being set up. So they went ahead and did what they thought was right and what was patriotic, and they got set up into this honeypot. Just like you said, there's a psyop involved. I'm not saying that. I know there is. They definitely set it up. They definitely used it. They wanted to bring out the patriots so they could identify them as, okay, this is a militant terrorist American that they could now identify and target. And
I will add this, brother. I have to add this before I forget. I'm sorry to get rude, but I honestly think that our friends in the suits thought that there was going to be a lot more of a turnout in Oregon than they got. Frankly, would you agree with that?
Well, I would say possibly, but.
And like I said, I don't want to get too far into this. I just want to touch on it myself. I'm not telling you what to say.
No, I know personally that it was a setup and that it was a honeypot. Basically, that was to get all the militia members that were going to do something or act, to get them out in the open where they wanted them to be. See, they think we're stupid. No, I'm not stupid. I realize all that, okay? But it doesn't change the fact that the Hammonds were put in prison illegally, that there's unconstitutional things happening with the land grabs, the BLM, and all the other stuff. That doesn't change that. What it shows clearly is how the government is using the population through all kinds of psyops, through propaganda, through media, to control narratives. That's what's happening. That's what happened. And they wanted to bring everybody out so they could see who is who's against us, who's our enemy against the government. See, yeah, that's what they did. And I know that. And I'm a part of that. Okay, because I spoke loud about it. But that's, I'm not going to shut up. I'm going to keep talking.
Sorry, brother.
No, go ahead. No, that's what it is. You realize that, right? They brought us out there.
I realize more than you know. I will say this. This is what I recommend for good, honorable patriots that might step across this podcast now or in the near future. And this is sad, but I'm going to be point blank for the safety of my patriot brothers. And I'm about to call something out here that might be a little, go get straight. But here's my message to good patriots that maybe might listen to this podcast or this show. I highly recommend that none of you get involved in any organized militias. I highly recommend that you don't get involved in anything that will put you in a situation that could put the freedoms of your livelihood and your family in jeopardy. Because at the end of the day, your children, this is not to you, Guns, this is to potential patriots that might listen to this show.
Sure, I understand.
Okay?
Completely.
And this is from the bottom of my heart, and I'm one of the stoutest patriots. I bleed patriotism. Okay? But at the same time, we need to learn from this sad, sad situation that's happening to the Bundys, that's happening to Pete and Billy, which breaks my heart on a day-to-day basis, that's happening to the Hammonds. My recommendation to any patriots out there is believe and follow your heart. You don't need a group of people. You don't need to be a part of nothing to be a patriot. What you need to be, in my opinion, I have nothing to do with Tommy Guns. This is Justin Floyd out of Sacramento, California. This is my personal opinion. Okay? I'm going to make that crystal clear for everybody here. In my opinion, to all potential patriots that may listen to this podcast, to preserve the future of your job, your livelihood, your children, your family, I'm saying protect home base. I'm saying be a patriot, stand for what you believe in, be proud and talk proudly. But with that said, take all precautions and do not follow a group. Because I'm telling you, all groups, and I'm just keeping it 100. I have people that I talk to that aren't on you. All groups have been infiltrated. That's a fact. Keep it home with their families. Follow your heart and your soul, and do not follow a group. Do not, and nothing against the malicious. I have nothing against them. Fact is, they have infiltrated.
Yes, they have. Yes, they have. So, okay.
I did my part.
So, what I want to say here is that Justin is right. They have infiltrated all militia groups, okay? Because they're not stupid. They're going to infiltrate all the groups that matter. And they have done that for years. And they will continue to do so. Everything that, okay, from Ruby Ridge to Waco to, I mean, all you have to do is do a little research. You'll find out all the information. It's all there. They've done this forever, and they will continue to do this. And this is another thing that they've done with this occupation of the wildlife refuge. They used it, and they actually used it and thought they were going to use it to advance their agenda against, what's that?
I said it's called entrapment, and I yield.
Right, exactly. Well, that's what they've done. And so all these people that have been entrapped into this situation, which they created, really, they want to use it. And see, the FBI, and this, I know they're listening, and I don't really care that they're listening or not. Okay, I know they are, but let me tell them something. I'm going to tell you something, FBI. Think about what you're doing. Think about what you're doing to human beings and families with their children. Do you want that to happen to your family and your children? Because that's what's going to happen to you. If you let this continue to happen, it's going to happen to your family and your children, and you're not going to have a pension. And you're not. That's what they're counting on, bro. Is they're going to count on their pension. Oh, as long as I keep doing this, I'm going to get my pension. You think all this is about money and greed? It is. It's all about power that they have over the American people. When they do things like this that are unconstitutional, just this alone, this whole thing is unconstitutional. Everything they do is unconstitutional. The dude, the bills that they just passed, the laws put into law, is unconstitutional. It's not it's null and void. It has nothing to do with the Constitution. That is the law of the land. They violate every law and everything that ever matters. The Senate, the House of Representatives, they're all a bunch of, they're sold out. That's the problem. All of these people are sold out. Every branch of government, which we were supposed to have in place to make sure everything was right, they sold it all out. There's no Constitution. They don't care about it. They don't care about that. And they are clear about it. They make it clear that they don't care about it. And they are continuing to divide and conquer, bro. That's their end game. And on the internet, everything else, they're dividing and conquering us constantly still. And they will never stop. They won't stop. So I don't know how, other than, this is an information war. We are in an information war. Really, in a spiritual war, I believe. But that's something that I can't control. All I can do is like try to get people to understand how big of a war that we're really in. They're not understanding that this is really a spiritual war. It's a spiritual battle. To me, I'm pretty sure that that's what's going on, and they don't want to know that. So your average person is going to go along with their normalcy bias. They're going to be a sheep. They're going to listen to mainstream media. They're just going to buy into everything. Even people on the internet, they're going to buy into it and not understand the real world that's around them and the real war that is happening around them. Because there is a war, and it's happening right now. And I don't think they understand. And so I guess my biggest thing is I'm praying for them to understand. Because some people can do so many good things. They have talent. People have talent out there. They can do a lot of things and do a good job at it. But they're wasting their time. They're wasting their time on needless things when they could be doing something better. And that's where I'm disappointed. I don't know. I don't know what you think, man. But what do you think? Where do you think the world's going here? If we don't fix what's going on now, how many years do you think we have left? How many years do you think, how many decades do you think that Americans have, your children, okay, going into the future? All right, the next 10, 20, okay, let's do a couple decades. Where are your children going to be in 20 years if we don't fix this now? Question.
My honest opinion?
Yeah, I want to know. What do you think in 20 years, if we don't fix this now, what's going to happen in 20 years?
Well, my brother said, I don't want to sound like a gloom and doom, crazy lunatic, but I'm sorry, but I think the evil doing being done, just a global network that I don't know if we can come back, brother. I think we might be close to end times.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know this. I'm going to do in my power to try to give my son, who I love more than life itself, a chance, which is once again goes back to what I said about a half an hour ago you've done.
Yep.
Which is why I'm trying to learn so I can give my son, who's about to be 10 years old, the tools that he needs to possibly survive. Now, I'm trying to keep hope because I refuse to give up, because that means that I just gave up on the future of my son. Right. Will make me go nuts.
Right. Yep.
I refuse to allow my brain to go there. But in all reality, things don't look too good, guys. And I'm concerned deeply about the future of my son. And I yield.
Yeah. See, but there's a good reason why you are. And that's the problem that people aren't understanding. There's a good reason why we're all concerned. And I think that, personally, I feel it in my spirit. I feel it in myself. I know things are wrong. And I know things are going to happen that are going to be bad. It's just something that I feel. And because of my heart. And that's where it actually starts from. But most people have to do the research. They'll make something about that too. But it's in your heart, and that's where it comes from. And the thing that, when it comes to our children, we care and we want them to go forward and have a future. We want them to have a life where they can actually make a living and take care of their families. If they get married and have a wife and a kid, and they can move forward in their lives without being taken control of. Because that's what happens. They're taking control. That's the biggest thing. They have all full control over everything. Your taxes, how much you pay, how much you owe, Obamacare. It's the same crap. You're paying stuff that you shouldn't have to pay, because they're putting, basically, if you don't pay it, you're penalized. You're gonna have to pay. This is how they operate. This is how communism works. That's what is happening with this system, is communism. You have to understand, when they tell you you have to do something and you have to pay something or you're going to be penalized, that's communism. What part of people don't understand that? I don't know where people live in this country don't understand. So I'm really upset about that, because people do not understand communism. Do you know what that means? It means that you are subject to their system. And when they want to make you pay for something, they're going to make you pay for it. That's control. And that's exactly what they've done. And they're continuing to do it with these executive orders and all that. Now, I'm hoping that they will change. Trump can maybe change some of it. I'm hoping so. But I'm not betting on that. So it's really communism that has taken over our country. We need to understand the indoctrination in our schools, in our country, is communistic. We are America. This is a republic. If you want to understand, go back and start reading the Constitution and understanding that we are a republic. And what does it mean to be a republic? Most people don't know that. So, and it has to do with the republic form of government. So, here's the thing. Start learning about being a republic. Let's go back to being a republic that we're supposed to be. Let's go back to capitalism. Let's go back to real money. Let's go back before the Federal Reserve. Let's go back before their fake fiat currencies that are in their derivatives and their bonds. Let's go back, because if you look at all that and you actually understand what's happening with the financial system, which most people don't, because they won't do any research. They won't spend 2 hours a day researching the financial system and how it actually works. They'll just spout out some crap that they don't know nothing about because they haven't done any research, just because they think they feel important. Instead, why don't you do some research, you people out here? Now, I'm not talking to people listening now, because I know they understand it. Let them. Why don't you do it? You people out here you wake up. Why don't you wake up and understand this is all a fraud? It's all a game. Why don't you understand that it's all fiat money? Why don't you understand how the Federal Reserve really works? How the bank system really works? You don't talk about that stuff. What these people out here on the internet want to talk about is someone else instead of the things that really matter. The things that really matter are the things that are affecting our children. Those are the banking systems, the corruption, and everything else that's going on with the Federal Reserve and the New World Order. That is what's going on. So, for everybody who doesn't want to listen to this, fine. Everybody who does, thank you so much for doing so. But the truth of it is that these people are corrupt, they're criminals, and they've been ruling this world for way too long. And they're ruling our system. They are ruling it, and they are controlling it. And they are controlling this stuff right now. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to speak this stuff on the internet. How much longer am I going to be able to say the truth? That's the thing. So once they take this away from me telling the truth, because I'm some Nazi or maybe I'm involved with the Russian government, because this is the kind of stuff they're saying. They're absolutely insane. They're reaching at straws to try to control. Oh, these people involved with the Russians, Really? Are you fucking stupid? Do you think that Dave Hodges or any of these people are involved with the Russians? Hell, they're not. Are you serious? Do you really? My God! And then people run with that, and they go out on social media and, oh my God, oh, look at the left, oh, look at the right, look at the alt-right. They're, I don't care about the alt-right and about the alt and the far left. They're all a bunch of crazy idiots. We're talking about sovereignty here. We're talking about freedom. We're talking about the Constitution here. We're talking about the American dream here. We're talking about real things that they don't want to talk about. They don't talk about real stuff. They don't talk about your freedoms. All they talk about is a bunch of bull crap, and all they talk about is how they and what they do, their actions, is nothing but dividing everybody. Until we stop letting them divide and letting them take things over, we are not going to get anywhere. We have to figure out how we need to take control of ourselves, and we need to move forward for ourselves, by ourselves, and not let these people have any influence on what you do and what you say and how you are and how you respond to things. That is a big problem. And that's where they're dividing and conquering everything. See, this is something they've always done, and they are still doing. And people are letting it happen. They are letting it get to them. They are letting it divide them. They're not dividing me. See, I'm my own man, and I will stand on my own if I have to. All by myself. And I will say what I know is truth by myself. And I don't care what you people do. It's the truth. Whether you like it or not, I'm telling you the damn truth. And if you don't like it, go away. Go find somewhere else. Go listen to this propaganda. Go believe what someone else has to say to you. Don't tune into me. Don't listen to what I have to say if you don't believe it. If you don't want to, fine. Go away. I don't care. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for fame, and I'm not here for money. I've never done that. I've never monetized one of my videos. I've never attacked anybody on this fucking YouTube. Excuse my language. But all you people out here want to act like a bunch of children is what it is. A bunch of damn children. You're saddening me. You're making me feel sick because you're that ignorant. The world is in trouble. And you people are sitting out here talking about some stupid crap that means nothing. What means something is what needs to be talked about. That's what matters. People don't understand, geoengineering or what's going on and all the medical problems, all the stuff with the vaccine, all the stuff that's going on in the world, all the GMOs, all the freaking stuff. You think it's funny? You want to laugh about that? People, laugh all you want to as you're dying from it. So that's ironic. It's freaking ironic. And I won't, and I'm not going to shut up, and I'm going to continue to talk about the things that matter. These things matter. Our children matter. Their debt that they've been put in because of the corruption matters. That matters, not what someone said about someone else on YouTube. It's insanity. I don't care about what someone said about someone else and blah, 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 blah. That means nothing. Think of your life, man. You don't know how long you're gonna live. You don't even know if you'll be here tomorrow. Again, you might die tomorrow. What did you leave behind? A freaking hack account? A sock puppet account? over attacking somebody on YouTube? Is that your legacy? Is that what you want to leave behind? Instead of being a true patriotic American and a human being that cares? Wouldn't you rather want to leave that behind? Wouldn't you rather want to do something righteous in the world instead of leave yourself as your little game, your money? You can't take that with you. You can't take your house with you. You can't take nothing you have with you. Why are you people out here on this freaking internet acting like this? Remember what I said. You can't take any of it with you. Do you want to leave a legacy of deception, conversion, and all the other stuff that you're doing as your thing that you're remembered for? Really? Is that what you want to do? So you better think about it. You better look yourself in the mirror. You better check yourself. Because you better look in the mirror and go, why am I doing this? What am I doing? Who am I hurting? Check yourself. Because I'm not out here hurting nobody, and I don't want nobody to be hurt. I want everybody to be safe. I care about everybody, and I pray for all of you out here. And that's something that you might take and run with. I don't really care what you do. But I'm telling you, this is way bigger than what all this crap is. And so I've had enough. And I'm going to walk away from it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to continue to do what I do. And I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to continue to tell the truth. And I'm going to continue to preach the word of Christ. Yeah. And if y'all don't like it, fine. Good. It's okay. You don't have to like it. Just go away. Go away. Go do your own thing. Preach the devil. Worship him. Worship Satan. And put it on air that you do so. So, I'll put it on there that I worship Yah, and I have respect, and I care about my fellow human beings, which, most people don't. So, it's fine. I'm really shaken by these people. But you know what? I have my armor. So I have my armor of God. I'm not worried about it as far as that goes. Again, people can say anything they want to, but that doesn't even matter. But I'm going to tell everybody right now, before I get off of here, excuse me, that I love everybody. Every human being is a creation from God. He created us all of us. That's why I'm going to pray for all the evil people that are corrupted and are worshiping Satan. I am going to pray for them tonight that they understand the truth and that they can see the truth come through to them, because that's what it's going to take. It's a spiritual battle. This is a spiritual thing that we're going through right now. All of humanity is. Everybody knows it. And anybody who denies that is kind of delusional, in my opinion, because they don't see what's really happening. So this is definitely a spiritual battle, and we are going through it now. And I will stand on my side, and I will never back down. I want everybody to know that. I will never stop, and I will never back down. So I want to thank everybody. I want to bless everybody. I'm praying for everybody, to be honest. And that's not a lie. I'm praying for everybody. And I love everybody, really. I do. I just want everybody to come together and change the world for our sake. But, you know, I don't. I hope that's going to happen. Um, we'll see what happens. But like I said, guys, I love everybody, and I want to thank everybody. And God bless you. And I will see you later. Peace.